Good morning, friends. Happy Sunday. I want to truth talk for a couple minutes because so many of you are in the same place as far as motivation and just feeling kind of blah. So my thoughts on this are unpopular, but it's actual truth that motivation isn't enough. Motivation is not something you should even be focusing on because it's not enough. It's not consistent. It's fleeting. We get motivated when we have an event. We get motivated at the start of a new month. We get motivated when we try on the bathing suit and it doesn't fit. We get motivated when we have a health scare or someone else has a health scare. Like, that's the stuff that motivates you. But if you are counting on motivation to be there every single day, no, it's not. It's just not going to happen. So I need you to shift your focus. I want you to know there's nothing wrong with you. It's not that you aren't committed enough or inspired enough. Like, you guys, you're here and you're talking about it, which is a huge thing. So I want you to celebrate the fact that you're even conscious about your own journey. So the next time you say to yourself, I'm not motivated, number one, that's your broken mantra that you're probably repeating, which is keeping you stuck. It's keeping you in that lack, low vibe, I can't get momentum on my journey sort of thing, okay? So instead, the next time you say, I don't feel motivated, say, I am committed. Because you are, right? You're here and you're talking about the fact that you can't find motivation or it feels too hard or overwhelming or whatever is your current truth. We choose our filters. We choose our truth. And so if you are feeling stuck, it's a decision that we all make. And I know I'm speaking from personal experience because there's plenty of times where I feel stuck and I talk about feeling stuck and I'm just creating more of a stuck environment. So don't tell yourself that there's something wrong with you or you just need to get more motivated. Motivation's complete bullshit, complete and utter. It's fleeting. It's not enough to bank on. What is enough to bank on is choosing yourself, that this is your most perfectly imperfect journey and that it won't always be smooth or sexy or seamless, that there's going to be days you just don't want to. And that's where your decision to show up on every single freaking day matters. I made a decision and I spoke it outside of my head, which is really important, you guys. That's why we use this group. That's why it's here. I said outside of my head that I was going to move my body outside every single day. I was going to go for a walk. I don't know if all of you know, I live in Montana. I live in rural as fuck Montana, and we are getting a massive winter storm. And it's currently, the feels like it's 12 degrees. It's gusting outside. And I was like, you know what? I made the commitment. It's not a if everything pans out and if I find the time and if I have the motivation or if I feel inspired. No, I made a commitment. And that's where I need you to dig deep with your own journeys. It doesn't need to look like mine. Please, I don't want it to look like mine because then it wouldn't be fully yours. This needs to be yours and you need to lean into it and you need to get crystal freaking clear about why you're here. Is it for health? Is it for mental health? Is it for sanity? Is it to feel good again? Is it to feel proud? Is it to find who you once were or to find who your next level version is? This isn't just about what your body looks like or the number on the scale. This is your freaking life. And how you choose to show up in all these other little areas are a massive reflection around how you really feel about yourself and whether or not you're really willing to do the work on yourself. Today, like I said, we're having this storm and I was like, no excuses. I'm going to move my body. Last night, it was like 8:30 at night and it was really cold and really dark. And I told Marshall, like, I walked to get my hair cut, but that wasn't enough of a walk. Will you go out with me? And he was like, all right. So we did. We went on a walk. We checked the box. It doesn't have to be perfect. You showing up to your workout every single day, it doesn't need to be an hour. It doesn't even need to be 30 minutes. I'm giving you a permission slip to push play and to give it 10 minutes. And if at the end of the 10 minutes, you're like, I can't do this, you still celebrate that as a victory. You guys, I want you to get momentum. And the way you get momentum is by committing to showing up every single freaking day, no matter what, giving yourself grace, modifying as you need to. Maybe you swap out your workout and you do some yoga or you go for a walk or you go for a swim or whatever, but like you have to be the one to make the decision. I can't force you to do anything. I don't, quite frankly, have the energy or the space to show up in everyone's inbox or on your front porch and drag you along. It's your decision. So stop looking for motivation because motivation, it's not real. Just like power plants don't necessarily have energy, they create energy. They cultivate energy. I need you to stop looking for motivation and to start deciding, committing, and taking the freaking action. Imperfect as it is. 10 minutes a day, you can check your box. You can be like, you know what? I showed up. Today was a hard day. I have whatever is your legitimate excuse, because we all have legitimate stuff. We all freaking do. And there's going to be times where you physically can't move your body. You just can't. So I'm asking you instead to take that 10 minutes and to meditate, or to do some EFT, or to read a book that inspires you, you guys. Every single day. That is how you get momentum on your journey, and that's how you transform your life, and that's how you create the motivation. Because I found if I'm half-hearted in my fitness journey, I'm not motivated. It's just hard and an uphill battle. But when I flip the switch and stop saying I need to get motivated, instead I say I'm committed and I'm here to get momentum, it's so much easier to get traction on my journey. So flip your switch this week. Change your script. Instead of saying I need to get motivated, say I am committed for whatever is your truth, whatever is your reason. And I hope it's changing and evolving, because what was once my why has changed so many times. It's evolved over the years, and yours will as well. There's nothing wrong with you if you don't want to work out. There's nothing wrong with you if this is hard, or if you've been stopping for like 500 freaking years. Like, there's nothing wrong with you. You're just human. But I need you to get honest with yourself, and I need you to take ownership of it and then take the freaking action. 5 minutes, 10 minutes, those days add up. Those days count towards your most victorious freaking journey. The final thing I'm leaving you with today is a quote I heard on my walk. And so I'm reading, what am I reading? I can't remember what I'm reading right now. I will drop it in a comment. But she said this quote, and I had to stop my walk and take off my mittens and write it in my notes because it was so good. She said that, what did she just say? I just used the quote. She said that excusitis is a failure disease. Excusitis is a failure disease. It is. We all have excuses, and the majority of them are legit. They're real life. It's imperfect. It's messy. It's hard. We are moms. We are wives. We are partners. We are working. We're keeping houses going. We have all these things. Excuses are real. I'm not telling you that your excuses aren't real, but I'm telling you that you're the only one that has the power over where you're going to put all of your energy. Are you going to cultivate that? This is so hard and I'm so overwhelmed. I just can't make time for myself. Or are you going to say, this is challenging, but I'm committed to myself, and I'm going to carve out the 5, the 10, the 30 freaking minutes every single day to do what I know serves me, to put on my own oxygen mask, to make sure that I'm reading my affirmation cards, to do the freaking personal development. You guys, I don't just tell you this because I'm just like, wanting to talk to you. I share all these things because success leaves clues. And I used to be over 200 pounds. I used to be super freaking negative. I used to be super stuck. I used to be super that used to be me. I used to be unhappy and, quite frankly, caged by motherhood. But I realized it was no one's responsibility but myself to take ownership of that. If I don't like what's going on in my head, it's time to turn on something. It's time to listen to an audiobook or read something new. I do it all the time. I practice what I preach. So I'm not just in here wagging my finger at you. I am in the trenches with you, and I'm telling you that if you don't like your current story, if you don't like your current situation, if you're not happy with your current results, do something freaking different, and don't blame it on motivation. Don't blame it on motivation, okay? Momentum. That's what matters most. You show up for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 30 minutes. It all counts as a victory. You get the ball rolling and you don't make it an option. You set a timer on your phone. This is a non-negotiable. I will not go to bed until I move my body for 5 or 10 minutes. You make it a non-negotiable. And that's what I've done over 5.5, 6 years is I've made a whole bunch of non-negotiables. And I'm not telling you to do all of those right now, but I'm telling you to pick 1 or 2 things, maybe just one thing that you know you need to do. You keep saying it. It keeps going on your freaking list. It keeps going on your freaking vision board. It's the first thing that you talk yourself about. I really need to change my mindset. I really need to do that. I really need to work on this. I really need to commit to it, my freaking journey. Just pick one. It's no one else's responsibility but yours. And when you go from a place of, this is my this is my job, this is my responsibility. And instead you say, you know what, this is my freaking gift. And this is my one most epic life. And I'm not going to compare, and I'm not going to shame, and I'm not going to beat myself up when it's not a perfect day and I go back to those old habits, because we all have those. We're humans. Congratulations. Welcome to the club. There's a whole bunch of us. Take your freaking ownership. If you don't like where you are, then change something. And if you don't know how, you just take action. You don't do all the research. You don't read 500 freaking books. You don't collect. You start taking immediate action. And that action today is moving your body. 5 minutes, victory. Check the freaking box. You move on to the next thing. I don't like the mantras in my head. Okay, well, great. You know what? I'm going to take Sarah's advice and look at the 500 freaking lists of books and podcasts that I share. And I'm going to freaking listen to one. And I'm not going to collect information. I'm going to implement it. Even if it's imperfect. Even if I suck along the way. Even if I don't know what I'm doing. I'm going to take the freaking action. And I'm going to move myself along the goalpost, along the path. That's what this is, you guys. It's not about having all your shit together. If you were like me, all of your freaking squirrels are at a rave. I don't have it all together, but every single day I am committed. There are no excuses. I am going to show up and I'm going to check certain boxes, non-negotiable. 5 minutes of my workout, done. That's all I can do, cool. I said I'm going to go outside. I don't care if we get 15 inches of snow. You're going to see me outside tomorrow because I made the commitment to myself. And so I'm asking you that today. As you get ready for a new week, don't just meal prep, okay? If you're into that, I'm not into that, but whatever, you do you. Don't just meal prep. Don't just plan all the things for all your family. Don't get all your laundry caught up. Like, don't do all those things, but not prioritize how you're going to show up for yourself this week. You put it on your schedule. You set the alarm in your phone. You make it a non-negotiable commitment to yourself that I'm going to do this one thing every single day, even if it's imperfect, and even if it's struggly, and even if I don't want to, I'm going to do this one thing every single day. And when I crawl into bed at night, I'm going to ask myself, did I do that thing? I'm not going to ask if I did it my best, because we're here for momentum. And the way you get momentum is by taking the action every single day. Perfectly imperfect. Okay? So what's your thing? What are you going to commit to? What are you going to remove or add in that will serve you? It's not about your journey looking like anyone else's. It's not about your goals matching my goals or someone else you follow on Instagram or Pinterest. It's not about any of that. This is your life. So you know what you need. If it's to move your body, if it's to drink your water, if it's to stop eating like an asshole, if it's finally to watch the thing that I recommended, or to start your audiobook and say, for 5 minutes every single day, I'm going to listen to that no matter freaking what. If I have to put earbuds in while I'm sitting in my bed at night, I'm going to do that. You make that non-negotiable commitment to yourself, you guys. And as you do, it's going to get easier. And you're going to start to feel inspired by your own freaking action. And that is how you get motivated. But momentum is what matters most. So show up today. I'm going to drink my unicorn juice, although I don't know if I need it. And then I'm going to move my body, because it doesn't need to be perfect. It just needs to be mine. And this is a non-negotiable. I don't always want to. To be really honest with you, I'm super uninspired right now. I was going to start I am starting 80-day obsession, but I'm kind of scared because it's 80 days. It's an hour a day. I have all these excuses in my head. I have all these ways. The old Sarah is trying to talk this Sarah out of it. And I could give into the fear and the overwhelm and all the things I could go focus on right now. Oh, I need to do this. I need to procrastinate. I need to go there. No. This is my journey, and I'm the only one responsible for it. So I'm going to take the freaking action, even though today I just really don't want to. But that's how we change our lives, is by showing up and doing a little bit, just a little teeny tiny, just the tip bit of the shit we don't want to do. Don't make excuses. Move your life along. It's not TP. It's streamers for the birthday. We had a birthday yesterday, so I decided I didn't want a bunch of color up in my living room, so I hung up white. We did white balloons, white stuff. Right, birthday girl?
Yeah.
Did you have a good birthday?
Yeah.
Good. All right, I'm going to go do my workout. Stop making excuses to get momentum in your life. If you need something, drop a comment. Don't message me. Drop a comment. Use this group for what it's intended for. I believe in you all.